Alright, just gonna do a quick review of my Springbar Classic Jack 100 tent with the Stormfly add-on, also the ground tarp. I've been living in this tent for about 100 days now. Gonna pack it up soon for the winter. But yeah, this tent saw multiple snowstorms, 2 feet at one time. It saw thunderstorms, rain. It sees the hot Colorado sun every day. We're camped out here between Buena Vista and Leadville, so yeah, it's some extreme temperatures, extreme conditions, but it's held up really well, and I'm excited to show you. All right, so starting with the Stormfly here, there's a couple things I've really enjoyed about this. First off, it's the versatility. This little setup I've got here actually isn't even a setup they mentioned, but it's worked out well for the rain. I wouldn't definitely not use it in the snow, but you can set this thing up in a variety of ways. I'll show you some photos, but there's these flaps right there, roll down to cover that little ventilation. Another great thing about the Stormfly is I can leave my windows open like this during the day when I'm gone, and I don't have to worry about rain getting in there unless it's like a crazy windstorm, sideways rain, you know. Next, so these grommets here, they're really reinforced to this heavy-duty canvas, so it doesn't really I haven't had any wear issues, whereas if my little kitchen down there, you can see that tarp, all those things are ripping out because of the tension. But yeah, this is held up really well. And then these have been all right. I've actually, when I used to be down there in the open, and I was dealing with a lot of wind, and these would loosen up a lot. It could have been user error, but I think it was just too much wind loosening it. And so I had to use a lot of just guy line that I tied myself to work a little better. But up here, I mean, it's been not a problem at all. And it could have just been something I was doing wrong. But yeah, you can roll up the Stormfly right there. This side is also kind of unorthodox. It's just been raining here though now, so you can kind of set it up. I just got it so no rain can really get in here. And then I've got, yeah, there you go. I've got this little guy, so I can pull this down during a rainstorm, shed all that water off so it doesn't pool up over there. Use this thing, once again, not unorthodox. But yeah, I really like the versatility of that. Coming around, I did lose on my Springbar tent that little rubber piece, but that's all right. So I'll just do one quick walk around so you can get a full 360-degree view. Another thing I really enjoy about the Springbar tent is these stakes. These ground stakes are extremely burly. I'll pull one up here to show you, but I mean, they're kind of hard to get in the ground, but once you get them in, they're not going anywhere. You can hit them with whatever you want. It's not going to break. Don't have to worry about them bending really. So those have been super cool. Ground tarp also underneath, you can kind of see it's held up really well. I actually didn't put my stakes through the grommets of the ground tarp just because I couldn't get enough tension on the tent. So it's just kind of laid underneath there, not attached to the tent itself at all, which I found to work a little better. Yeah, the ground tarp is super burly, so got full confidence in its protection. All right, moving on inside. I love that you can roll these up here with this function. They have it throughout the tent. It's really nice. All right, so I'll try to get you the best view of the inside of the tent here. There you go. I'm going to start off with a few features of this tent that are kind of built into it that I really love. First off, these little hangers here, these guys, super nice to hang your clothes on, especially if you have a bunch of clothes you don't want to get wrinkled and you're actually living in here. Just being able to keep your clothes up there is really nice. They've actually got them going throughout. So they got one right there in the middle, on the corners. Keep more of my winter clothes over there. And you can obviously like hang lights across like this. Really nice. Secondly, this window right here is the best thing ever, especially if you set it up towards the sunrise in the morning. Waking up to this is just absolutely awesome. Just looking out the window or at night seeing the stars through here. And that leads me to these guys right here. They're these little things that you can roll up to roll this like kind of the inner canvas to open that window up. So I really like those, keep it in place. I actually usually don't even use them though. I usually just roll it into itself and it stays put. You've got some little storage down here, which is nice. I actually don't really use it. As far as storage compartments too, there's also some behind my clothes here. Underneath the window, I kind of just tuck this. I guess this is more of a ventilation window to me. But yeah, you could store stuff in there if you wanted. I'd just forget about it and think I lost it. All right, if you're getting a Springbar, one of the reasons you're probably getting it is because of the ceiling here. I'm 6'4" about, and as you can see, I've got plenty of space here to walk around freely. I mean, it's basically like a 100 square foot studio apartment, which is pretty awesome because there's really no other tents where you have this kind of standing room all the way across, even though it comes down a little bit. So I really love that about this. I can just move around here, get ready for the day, uninhibited. Definitely really recommend getting a carpet for your Springbar. It just really kind of cozies the place up, keeps your feet warmer. This floor they have here is really durable, but it's not like a living floor at all. However, that standing room comes with a slight cost. When we got 2 feet of snow, you can see there's not much like slope here to this ceiling, so it would kind of bunch up here. And I'd have to set alarms to get up and knock the snow off the roof to get it slide off the Stormfly. I can only imagine if you didn't have the Stormfly, which is like that slick nylon material, it would probably really get bunched easily up here and be hard to get off. But however, with that said, the snow, it probably got like a foot on the ceiling of this tent, and it never caused any damage to the structure, which is saying a lot for a tent that's supported by 2 poles on either side. One more quick thing I wanted to point out was this little mat here. It kind of like catches all the dirt, keeps all the rain out. It's just a nice little touch. Just another example of all the thought that went into the tent. All right, that's all I got for the, there's a really good rainbow. You see that rainbow? This is like every evening here, but pretty sweet. All right, that's all I got for the Springbar Classic Jack 100. A few more technical details. This tent it takes me about probably 20 minutes to set up. It all depends on how hard the stakes are to get into the ground. If you've got just really easy Midwestern soil, you know. If you've got really easy soil, you know, just dirt basically, it's only gonna take you, like 15 minutes. But if you've got some of the soil up here, it's really rocky, rooted, it's gonna take a lot longer. It could take an hour or something to get, just because you gotta get all the stakes in. Weight-wise, it's about a 100-pound tent with this tarp and the rainfly. It's probably even more than that, but it's really heavy. You definitely don't want to be carrying it more than a mile or something. But yeah, it's an extremely simple design, really minimalistic. It's got all the amenities that you would need and nothing extra, which you would just clutter up the tent, which is nice. It does come with a ceiling storage device, but I found it was a little too much for me. I'd rather have the standing room and just a clean aesthetic look of a ceiling above me instead of just that storage compartment. But it is an option if you're being a little bit more technical with the tent. And then as far as waterproofness, I never had a single leak in here. It really doesn't leak. I mean, this canvas is pretty tough, and that's after 100 days of seeing the Colorado sun in the morning and in the rain in the evening. No leaks. Sometimes it would splash through the mesh, but it was really boring off the mud, but that was pretty rare. I did have some bugs get in here. I used to keep just this zipper zipped up. I wouldn't zip the zippers underneath it to fully seal it. And so a lot of bugs got in here. I also get a lot of bugs in here from carrying clothes in that were drying out. But I mean, it's never an issue. They're not like sneaking in the tent, especially if you seal it up down there. If you're gonna be living in a tent for a long time, or if you're just wanting a really luxury camping experience for a day or two, or if you're just doing an extended amount of travel, this tent is amazing. It's perfect. It's just a very, very durable solution. And I mean, this is their baseline tent, like the imported version. They have ones made in the USA, which are even nicer. And I can only imagine how, I mean, it's got to be way more quality. So, I mean, it's hard to imagine how they could make this tent even nicer, but I'm sure it's way nicer. But yeah, this one's great. It does everything you need. I can only imagine it'll last at least another season, another 100 days. But I bet it has a couple hundred. You could probably live in this tent for a year and it wouldn't wear down. But yeah, if you are going to be living in the tent for a long time, definitely get the Stormfly. If you're seeing really bad winds, get the Stormfly. Or just snow, anything like that. Stormfly is going to help you. That sun, especially in Colorado here, will like just warp through a nylon tent or a canvas or whatever, anything really fast. So that extra little cheaper layer on the outside from the Stormfly, it's really a must. Yeah, do yourself a favor and get this tent. I would definitely say it's awesome. This tent did not make it.